What's up, peeps? My name is Sade, and we're back for another Astro segment. And for today, we're going to talk about the planet Neptune. And Neptune is the co-ruler of Pisces. Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces. Neptune is the modern ruler. So when you're working with this Neptunian energy, it is very Piscean. And what I mean by that is Neptune is really known as the planet of illusions and delusions because it's so dreamy and foggy, and it represents higher realms of consciousness and different realities that may not be existing on this physical plane, but nonetheless, they're still existing on a different plane, right? So when you're working with Neptune energy, it's really going to help you to be able to tap into this energy by using forms of meditation, forms of even psychedelics and different types of drugs. And the reason being is because these elements help to elevate you to a different state of being. Now, also working with Neptune energy, it is very normal for people who have strong Piscean placements, so like a Pisces moon, Pisces rising, or just a lot of planets in the sign of Pisces, because Neptune rules this element of illusion and imagination. It is very easy for people to fall into addictions and escapism, and that's because Neptune is about experiencing. It's not what you can see when it comes to Neptune, it's what you can experience. And when you think about Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, the opposite of Pisces is Virgo, and Virgo is all about what you can see on the practical realm, right? Mercury, it rules logic, communications, things that are right in front of you in this matrix. Pisces and Neptune, as well as Sagittarius with that planet of Jupiter, those elements represent more so of the experiences that we feel, but we cannot necessarily logically dissect them or logically talk about them. It's something that's a feeling. So because Neptune is an experience, it's so easy for people to fall in love with the experience of being in outer realm worlds and different worlds and think that that experience is now their reality, right? So when you're dealing with a lot of Neptune, escapism as well as addictions is so normal. And this planet is a beautiful planet to work with, but you really want to have boundaries with Neptune. Like, luckily for me, my Neptune is in Capricorn. It takes about 15 to 16 years for Neptune to switch from one sign to the next. So it's a generational planet, it's an outer planet. So its effects affect the collective on a larger level rather than, it still affects the individual person, but because it's staying in one sign for 15, 16 years, it really is truly felt amongst like the generation that is born in that Neptune in maybe Capricorn or Aquarius or whatever sign. It's really gonna be more of a generational planet and generational dealings and feelings and just the collective energy. So really when you have this planet in your chart, anywhere in your chart, you need boundaries. Neptune is great because it can help you tap into different types of artistic realms, spiritual realms. It rules the spiritual world of things that can't really be seen. So it's talking about the numerology, the astrology, magic, voodoo, all of these things that cannot be seen, but it is felt and it's an experience. It rules like ayahuasca, tapping into those different plant medicines that bring you to an elevated state, that bring you to a high. Neptune rules high. Like, you're not here, you're trying to be high, to be in a different form of reality to still help you in this realm. And that's why whenever you're working with this beautiful planet, you need earth boundaries. You need to be able to say, okay, I'm going to, tap into these different elements of myself that other people might not understand because they can't see it, but I also have to be aware of the fact that I am living in the matrix, and there has to be a way that I can take what I'm experiencing in this out-of-body world and bring it back into the body and into the physical world. And once you can work with Neptune on this place, there's so many things that you can create and that you can manifest and that you can just envision and believe within yourself. Because at the end of the day, Neptune and Pisces energy rules beliefs. What do I believe in? And what you believe becomes your reality. Now, the difference is it's your personal bubble reality, but it's not the entire reality of like the collective. So Neptune is such a beautiful planet to work with, to just feel things on a different plane, connect with people on a different plane spiritually, practice tarot, just different types of form of medicine, using this aspect and modality to heal and to bring it into the physical world so that you can create just beautiful creations. People that have strong Neptune placements, they're like singers, artists, dancers, actors, entertainers. And speaking of entertainers, Hollywood is one of the best interpretations of Neptune. It's an idea and a persona of what we think and feel is there, but it's really not real, right? Hollywood is like this place where no one really knows what goes on there, but we still enjoy the movies and the entertainment that they make, knowing that it's a fake world, but still feeling so connected to that world because of the experience that it brings out of us when we watch movies or we go to concerts and watch shows. And just every form of entertainment is a form of Neptune, and especially Hollywood. So really, when working with this element, boundaries, surrender to what can come up with working with Neptune, surrender to the unknown, and just trusting that you'll always be supported, guided, and led. So that's all we have today for Neptune. We're going to go ahead and dive into the 12th house after this, which is the final house where Neptune has its home, as well as Pisces.